The royal vault door weighing 12.5 tons was lifted like a rolling shutter. The robbers carefully rolled through the gap into the vault, but they found the entire vault completely empty. Yet the robbers suddenly showed a strange smile, because no one in the world would ever imagine someone breaking into an empty vault. The woman excitedly called the leader outside and told him the first step was complete. Now they only had to wait for 34 European nobles to send their heirlooms into their pockets. On the night before the auction, the auctioneer placed 34 jewels into boxes. He arranged them by number and closed the vault door. He added fingerprint and facial recognition as double security. Even with a key, it would take 6 hours to open. After that, it was the robbers' time to perform. They put on special protective suits, isolating themselves from the outside. They ensured no trace would be left behind. Kira secretly replaced the live feed with a looping recording. The others passed through the chamber to the back of the vault. They rolled in through the gap one by one. Kira was extremely nervous. She stared at the monitors to prevent any mishaps. Fortunately, everything went smoothly. Thinking of the 44 million euros, the thieves could barely contain their excitement. Leader Berlin stepped forward cautiously to observe. At that moment, the auctioneer was only a wall away from them. No one knew a top-level crime was unfolding inside the heavily guarded vault. Berlin reminded them to return the boxes before the video switched back. He then ordered everyone to begin their tasks. The wide variety of jewels was dazzling. Fortunately, each jewel had its own number, making them easy to replace and steal. But a conflict suddenly broke out during the distribution. A jewel with its box was slammed onto the floor. The sound drew the auctioneer's attention. The guard explained it might be the steel plate expanding. He also showed him the surveillance feed, but the auctioneer still didn't trust the video. He pressed his ear to the wall trying to hear something. The two on the other side froze in fear of being detected. The auctioneer's intuition told him something was wrong. He immediately ordered the guard to open the vault, but the guard explained resetting the door required 6 hours. So the auctioneer ordered him to check from the back. The alert hacker immediately sensed their plan. She ordered everyone to withdraw and close the exit. The thieves had to roll out through the vault door. They picked up a remote to control the machine that sealed the entrance. Meanwhile, the guard obtained the spare key. He passed 2 fingerprint locks in succession, but the steel door had not fully lowered, and the spare door was about to open. At the critical moment, the exit gates finally closed. Kira quickly restored the original video feed. The precise timing kept the auctioneer from noticing anything. The guard checked around with a flashlight. He soon focused on the back wall of the vault. Just as Kira was about to break down, the guard checked every corner, but he seemed to find nothing. He returned to the hall and shut the spare door. He reported that everything inside was normal. The man said he saw no one on the feed either. The guard asked whether the vault still needed to be opened. Their conversation reached Kira's ears. She believed the auctioneer would eventually open the vault, and once the door opened, they would be thrown into prison. At that moment, the auctioneer's wife called, so he declined the proposal to open the vault. Everyone inside the vault finally breathed in relief. The heist continued. The stubborn old man said this would be his last job for Berlin. All the jewels were then stolen successfully. But first they had to clean up the entire scene. They used a loader to seal the wall. Then they welded the entrance back perfectly. They painted the weld marks to match the wall. They vacuumed away the welding dust. They had to come and go without a sound. Then they sealed the wall with fake old bricks. They left everything inside the tunnel, including the crane excavator and motors used in the crime. Finally, they closed the tunnel and escaped with the jewels and computers. A flawless heist was completed. Berlin imagined the tools being found centuries later. It would be an incredible sight. They would become legends, leaving a vivid mark in history.